Hey Royal Family, it's Cash Me Out. I am Queen Supreme and I'm back at you again for another video in the Maleah Davis case. Now it seems that we have an update. Like I said, I definitely thought that Quanell was kind of gonna get messy, and actually I guess he juiced some info out of Darion Vence, because just within the last hour or two, maybe even 3, Quanell X spoke out with KHOU News in a press conference and said that Darion Vence told him in a meeting that they had today at the jail where Maleah Davis's body is, that it was a mistake and basically her body is in Arkansas. With no further ado, let's jump into this news clip of that press conference now. Let's go.
Oh Lord, everybody ready? Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
You can shoot. What's your questions?
Okay, what brought you here?
This morning I was able to meet with Mr. Vance, the stepfather of Maleah Davis, and we had a long conversation. We spoke about details surrounding Maleah's disappearance. We spoke about his relationship to Brittany. We spoke about his feelings about how he's been betrayed in the media. We talked about several things, but one thing he wanted to make clear to me was what happened to Maleah was an accident. He says it was an accident, and he confessed to me where he dumped her body. And so Texas Tech Research will be coordinating those efforts to find Maleah's remains. Detectives now have the information that they need, but he told me it was an accident, and he confessed to me, yes.
And what did you say happened?
I don't want to go into that.
What can you say at this time?
All I can say to you is that he told me it was an accident, that she is dead, and where he dumped her body.
And where's that?
It's in Arkansas.
It's
Arkansas.
Yes.
So what brought everybody here specifically?
To talk about the coordinate, what happened, what took place, and what they needed to know.
Did something happen here?
No,
To
just
her?
no, not at all. No.
Where in Arkansas?
I don't want to get off into that. I can't say right now. But he told me exactly where it is in Arkansas, that he dumped the body in Arkansas. And he was very specific with the amount of distance and time. And when I was able to leave and look at everything up on my phone, he was to the point on distance and time.
Why
when did he?
Arkansas?
Yeah.
You have family there?
I have no clue. I have no clue.
How did he get there? Did he travel in a vehicle, in the Nissan
In
that
the
was
vehicle.
found? Or?
It was in a car. He was in the car. He said that he pulled over in Arkansas, got out of the car, walked off the side of the road, and dumped her body off the side of the road.
Did he say anything about Brittany? Did she know about this? Anything?
He didn't say anything like that to
Did
me.
he say what day she died?
I didn't go that far with him.
How were you able to get him to reveal this information?
2 men talking.
How were you able to get in during non-visitation hours?
Excuse me?
How were you able to get into the jail during non-visitation
People
hours?
visit all the time. And I was able to get in.
How long has she been in Arkansas?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about how long that she was there, but it was early on.
Did he ask him? All these people he searched, coordinated all these searches, all these efforts that he made, he knew where she was the entire time. Why suddenly now?
All I can tell you is he told me where the body is and told me where he dumped her.
So do
And
you believe
Tim?
him? You believe him, or do you think it's another crazy story?
No, I think it's the truth. I don't think he was lying to me. I think he was telling the truth. Many men have confessed these type of crimes to me, and involving children. And Texas Tech Research and I work together in similar situations like this. And the confession is always proven to be true.
Tim, what are your
to you?
I think it's true enough that I've got an airplane lined up at 3 o'clock to go ahead and fly detective and several of us up there to go ahead and start the search. Investigators have been talked to up there in Arkansas, and so I believe it's true. Myself, with the timeline and stuff, I believe what we're looking at. We don't want to get into too much detail, but hopefully.
Where are you going?
Well, we're not going to say where we're going in Arkansas. We're not going to say that. So.
You think you need a large crew for this, or are you confident that you specifically?
I don't think that we need to. I don't believe we need a lot of searchers. So we're going to jump in a airplane at 3 o'clock, fly to Arkansas, and see if we can get her recovered.
And what makes you think?
You know, I've worked with Quanell for several cases before. I flew into Oklahoma on a case. He worked the Sylvester cases. He worked many cases. You know, everybody may not agree with all his methods, but when it comes to this, I'm going to tell you something. He's brought closure to many families. He's gotten stuff out of perpetrators that nobody else has been able to get, and I have all the faith in the world in him. And I think that's kind of why we suspended our search early on until more information came in. We've still been doing little things, and I just said yesterday I'm optimistic that the right information is going to come in and we'll bring this to a close. And right now I'm pretty optimistic that that's going to happen.
How soon will you be updating the public or the media once you get out there and find the details you need?
I think it'll be updated when we find Maleah's body in Arkansas.
3 o'clock, you said?
3
Are you
o'clock.
taking a private plane or what?
Taking a private plane.
You won't tell us what airport you're flying into or anything?
By space land in Rochelle.
Flying out of there.
Yeah, where we had our command center the other day.
Oh, you're gonna fly out of Rochelle?
And you said it's a private flight, not a commercial flight?
Private flight.
Yeah.
Where are you flying to?
Arkansas.
I'm done. Thank you all.
He had family in St. Louis, so you go through Arkansas to get there.
I didn't know that.
Thank you so much.
Anyone want to run over it?
Thank you.
We were first told by them that the suspect had named a place here in Hempstead County where the child may be located. We responded to that area, searched that area for some time, and then we were notified by a interstate cleanup crew, road crew, that they may have possibly found a black garbage bag here emitting a foul odor. And that's why we're here at this particular time here at exit 18 here in Fulton.
Maleah didn't have to die. That little girl did not have to die. There was too much going on inside that house. That child could have been saved.
That is the voice of Quanell X, community activist, taking us to our breaking news at 4. An active crime scene near Fulton, Arkansas, in connection with the disappearance of 4-year-old Maleah Davis. Law enforcement there following a tip from Quanell X, who says Darion Vence told him where he dumped the body of little Maleah. The sheriff of Hempstead County telling KHOU landscaping crews found a trash bag just off the shoulder of the interstate with blood on it. But the sheriff would not confirm if human remains were found inside the trash bag, which was first discovered 3 days ago and left in the area.
But roadside crews did not open it until today. This is a fast developing story, and it all started this afternoon when Quanell X told us that he had spoken to Darion Vence, Maleah's stepfather, and a suspect in this case.
Quanell says he visited Vence in jail, where Vence revealed the location of Maleah's body about an hour ago. Tim Miller with Texas EquiSearch. 2 HPD investigators all boarded a plane from Rochelle and will be landing near Fulton, Arkansas soon.
We have team coverage of this story. Our live crews are spread out across the city, and we also have a crew on the way to Fulton, Arkansas.
Investigative reporter Jeremy Rogowski has been following this story, talking with a local sheriff in Hempstead County who is on the ground right now with that team.
Yeah, Jeremy, you even alerted the sheriff about this. What's the latest from him?
Well, I've been talking with the sheriff of Hempstead County, James Singleton, all afternoon. He confirms there have been 2 searches in Arkansas today for the body of Maleah Davis. The first, near the town of Hope, turned up nothing. Then, around 2:30, investigators went about 12 miles south to this scene near the town of Fulton, Arkansas. The sheriff says a black bag with blood on it and emitting a foul odor was found about 10 to 15 feet off the side of the road. But the sheriff could not at this time confirm what was inside the bag.
I don't want to comment right now until we can, till they can do the forensic test and all that needs to be done.
And we are told the Arkansas State Police will handle that forensic investigation at the site per the request of the Houston Police Department. At this point, Arkansas State Police have not confirmed that human remains have been recovered, but according to activist Quanell X, this location is generally in the area where he says Darion Vence told him that he dumped little Maleah's body.
Wow, Royal Family, that was a lot of information, and I'm glad that they did find her body or possibly know where her whereabouts are. Let's keep our fingers crossed. However, let's break down what we just heard. Now, Quanell X said that he went to the jail today and met with Darion Vence. He said that they spoke about the details of the case and him and Brittany's relationship, as well as the media's portrayal of Darion Vence in this case. Quanell X tells us that Darion Vence told him that Maleah's death was an accident and told him exactly where the body was, the location, and everything. And you heard Tim Miller from EquiSearch saying that he is prepping to go retrieve her body. Now, the body is located in Arkansas, and Quanell said that Darion Vence gave him specific distance from Houston to where her body is located, far as time and distance they match. Quanell then went on to say that Darion told him that he traveled in a vehicle. I want to know what vehicle that was and who was also in the car, if anybody else. It's weird that we don't know that, but if it was Brittany's car found in the parking lot, the same one that the cadaver dogs hinted that there was a dead body in, well, that car was left in that parking lot. So somebody had to then drive him the distance to then go back home. Who else was involved in this? Was it Brittany? I digress. Now, it is unknown what day that Maleah actually died, and I will say that it is sad that we will probably find out Maleah's actual time of death in an autopsy. It does not, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't feel like that type of intimate information is really going to come out at this time. When Quanell was asked what made Darion feel comfortable basically coming out and talking to him, he shrugged it off and kind of just said, just two men talking, which then leads to him being asked, how did he visit during non-visitation hours? And Quanell again shrugged that question off and just basically gave a BS answer. However, it is unknown how long Maleah's body has been there. And when Quanell was asked why he believes that this is coming out now, Quanell states that he's unsure. However, he believes that Darion is telling him the truth. Then the press conference kind of directs towards Tim Miller, the leader, founder of EquiSearch, and Tim believes it enough, he said, to have got some airplanes ready and buses ready to get detectives and, searchers and everything like that, his professionals out there to go look for Maleah. And this is happening at 3 p.m. today. Obviously, out of Texas, they're heading to Arkansas. Now, Tim started speaking about how he's worked with Quanell, and what he said about it is, we may not agree all the way with Quanell, and he may, people may have their opinions. However, he stated that Quanell is really good in these situations. I will give him kudos for this, because we weren't really getting this type of information just alone. The detectives could not get this information out. Nobody could really get this information out. Not even his father, Joseph Vence, who said that his son didn't do this and all this, yada, yada. However, the location is obviously undisclosed. They would not want anybody just going there and disturbing the body, which would be evidence in this case. And if that body is disturbed, it could ruin this case. So we definitely would not want that. Now, I think it's important to note that after all of this fiasco with Quanell, and recently, just today, I will add that the award for information leading to an arrest or securing the body of Maleah Davis was up to $27,500 today. And hours after that, or at that same time, Quanell is running in here to tell us this information. Somehow he got up to the jail and was able, obviously, to get in and meet with him on a non-visitation day. It's important to mention that Quanell X is not a minister. He is not a lawyer. So what normal citizen would be able to just go up there and meet with this man? Now, I'm not riding his back because he got this information. Again, I just want to point out that I believe, and this is not technically a bad thing, that in this case, Quanell X was inserted in this case to get information in this case. And I think that he was promised, or he had his eyes on that award money. However, we will see what happens. It's kind of petty to even bring up the award money at this point. However, I did again notice that it was up to $27,000 just pretty much today or late last night. So I think that's important to mention as well. Basically, I think it's good that, her body has been located. Now, the family that's not involved and that does care about Maleah can finally get closure, and we can start getting down to the important things in this case, besides Maleah Davis's body being found now, which is the prosecution of who was involved. So with that said, royal family, I will continue to bring you updates in this case. If her body is secured, I'm going to be running to my computer to bring you updates. But also, we're going to take a look into CPS as well. And, because CPS in Houston is being looked at as they failed Maleah in this situation. Well, news break. CPS in the whole United States of America has been failing children on a large scale, and we're going to take a look into all of that. So stay you, stay royal, stay uncompromisable, stay woke, stay royalty, and I will see you in another video. Much love.